Oh, jeez. It's just now I remembered I need to go check on something, just briefly. It's like before I can actually really start and do things, I need to check something in my bedroom real quick. I actually need to get some drinks. Drinks. Okay. I return. I suppose I should try to queue up for a dungeon. I figure it's a good idea to run at least 2 dungeons a day to get your 2 daily shits. You know, get your purple, get your blue, get a nice chunk of experience.
Looking stronger already.
Let's see, I think I've already...
Take care of your mount and...
Yeah, I have like 16 plus hours before I can train. Oh, goodness gracious. I tell you one thing that's kind of funny. I only just realized how to check for unban requests and saw that amongst my nearly empty unban request list, zoom, was one unban request from a couple months ago. And I'm like, okay, what the hell? And the unban request reason got a hearty chuckle out of me. You know, I would expect an unban request to be something along the lines of, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'll behave, I won't do it again." No, instead it was just a Discord invite to that group of LARPing script kiddies who tried to harass me for no fucking reason. It's like, yeah, that's a wonderful way to get me to unban you. No. No. That's a fast way to just get me to delete your unban request and just be like, no, you get to stay gone. You get to stay gone, forgotten. Whoa. A little ash hopper. Ugh, is the next quest for that story require me to go back to fucking Apocrypha? Oh, it's just a... Oh, that's a worker. It's like, Quama scribs are fine. I can deal with Quama scribs. I mean, technically I could deal with scrib workers, too. It's more that I just don't want to. El Hrug. Telvanni efficiency, huh? So what does Telvanni efficiency do is the question. Oh, I can't even craft anything. That's right. This character is not my crafter. Not yet, anyway. I don't worry about crafting until, It's like, I try not to worry about crafting until I am already, like, level capped and scraping up, champion points.
Fall over. That's new.
Oh, hey. God damn it. Oh boy, it's dungeon time.
I understand your concerns, but think of the potential rewards. These woods have long been rumored to house a powerful forest spirit.
There's something off about these Bosmer. Something wild, feral. Are you sure they just won't attack
I
us?
agree with the apprentice. How are we to get past these Bosmer if they try to stop us?
We have visitors, it seems. Perhaps they can be of assistance.
Let me handle the talking. I have a way with words. My woodland friends, I come with... No, we must treat with them.
No peace? No peace.
Kill them!
And when in doubt, just back up and go around.
Celine promised Longclaw would hunt tonight. And here you are. The Forest Mother was right again. See how she takes care of us, my daughter. They have taken their lives. Longclaw's daughters are not gone. Celine bless them for this, the gift of spirit life. See their hunt begin.
Oh, hey, look, our tank finally came back.
I'm nearly finished.
I don't know where we're going, but we're going somewhere.
Celine protects. Celine destroys. Celine will rule all.
Deeper in we go. Well, that was odd. now, I will
Not
just...
big of me, eh?
Okay. I was gonna say, it's like, now I shall leave the group, but it seems I have already been... The group has left me. Okay, so let's see what all we got out of that. Got a sword, except I don't use swords. Actually, you know what? Let's put that in my offhand. Let's see. What armor have we gotten? 2 sets of Hircine's bracers, huh? That's weird. Why aren't they both? Oh, okay. That's why. I have not raged once at all. Thank you very much. Oh, do I really want to swap that out? It's just an additional 40. Actually, it's not even 40. It's only like 36 additional armor. And do I have any new? Well, I can say I've certainly pushed much further. Just out of one dungeon. Do it one more time so I can have my 2 dungeons out of the way for the day. It's like I don't think I have any additional... Yeah, well, I only have craft points, but... I forget what... I haven't checked the build. Though I should check my
Have you come seeking the wisdom of the forefathers? Then you are in the correct place.
How much of the overworld stuff have I already done? At least for the Telvanni Peninsula. I keep swearing I could hear thundering noises, and I'm just like, is that a fucking... Is that one of Molag Bal's fucking world anchors? Do you want to live in a mushroom? I hate the fact that they have, like, boss level equivalent enemies that just happen to drift around. Whoa. What, you want something? Fucking swamp puppy? Alright, let's find a... What, who?
I actually pay attention to my ancestors and don't buy whatever is popular. Can you believe her? My fellow she did little more than purchase them from a merchant. There's nothing that ties her family to the offerings except an exchange of gold. If I were her ancestor, I'd feel snubbed, deprived of a connection to the life work of my family. Forgotten, even.
Well, now.
They do. They speak to us and demand our respect. The walls of Necrom are filled with the spirits of the deceased. It's an honor to make the pilgrimage there, to give our gifts to those who wait beyond life. Incense formed by the deft hands of my daughter, fragrant bread baked by my son, fruit picked by my wife, and the yarn I spun myself. My great-grandmother's spirit will be placated with the knowledge that her family remembers her well. Honored with the trappings of wealth, instead of the comfort of familial affection? Oh, never. What would you know about this anyway, Noir? You're no doctor.
Oh, fuck you, buddy!
You know our ways.
Call me that shit. I may as well turn off fucking NPC safety and obliterate your ass. Think I don't know what that word means, you stupid knife-eared bastard? Yeah. Like, the only NPC in all Elder Scrolls games who isn't a dick is fucking Maik. It's like, Maik is literally one of the few NPCs who isn't a dick. And he's just a liar. Jarl Balgruuf, yeah, he was pretty decent, but at the same time, he was also a pushover for the fucking Empire.
I understand your concerns, but think of the potential rewards. These woods have long been rumored to house a powerful forest spirit.
Oh god, not here
Off
again.
about these Bosmer. Something wild, feral. Are you sure they just won't attack
I
us?
agree with the apprentice. How are we to get past these Bosmer if they try to stop us?
We have visitors, it seems.
Oh wait. Quest. Quest.
Come and speak with...
Eh.
A maiden has decreed that you have no place. You feed the earth to me.
You have done well, friend. Come. I would have words with you.
Really? Eh. Then again, I also found I thought Rayloff was okay.
Somebody killed Mahana Joe. His death will not be
This-
a hollow one.
Come on,
We've
let me
managed
talk.
to capture a prisoner.
Oh my god, will you stop fucking talking?
This is difficult.
Perhaps he can shed some light on where we can find this forest spirit.
Very well. Let's see what he has to tell us.
On your feet, friend. You're going to tell us all about this forest.
I've already told you. The forest is all we live for. You're no threat to me.
We shall see.
Oh, the sweet sounds of torture. God, it would suck if I hit the rocks.
May have taken their lives. Long-claw's daughters are not gone. To me, bless them, forgive the gift of spirit life. See their hunt begin.
And down he goes like a sack of wheat.
There you are. We've made... She's... I know enough.
Bugs. Onward and forward.
Yes, mistress.
You.
To help them. She's slaughtering quickly. Return to the barrier.
Ugh, I need to boost my fucking mount speed because this is kind of silly.
You made it.
It's like, buddy, you worship a spider. And when you decide to worship a spider, your death isn't just inevitable, it's deserved. And there we go. Cooked.
So nice to see you again, my dear Celine. Your
Not to get me
secrets
yet.
belong to me now. Even in death, you will help me in so
You
very
mages
many
are
ways.
as treasonous as your scent is foul. We had an agreement.
You made a deal with the guild, not with me. Your soul will make me one of the most powerful mages in the guild.
I have done
I
nothing to
have
your
waited
kind, and yet
long
you come into my
for
home,
this.
kill my thrall. You had best live the rest of your life looking
We
over
shall
your
see.
shoulder. My kind have ways of return. No! No!
Well then.
Celine, the knowledge we will... You are an altruistic one, aren't you? You have power, but you're not cut out to be a guild mage. Not study it, of course. Offensive spells, you are an altruistic one.
Eesh. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, and my inventory is... Oh, nice. Just what I was looking for. Ooh. It's like, honestly, I'm just throwing on whatever is a current upgrade. Except for heavy. Oh yeah. Da, 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 da. What did I get? An ice staff, some Dwemer scrap, another transmutation geode. Oh, right, I need to go to... Well, I was going to say I need to go to Apocrypha, but right now I need to go to a shop so I can dump some of this crap. No, not a guild merchant. I need to find... plain old merchants.
Big bags, small bags.
Merchant, where's a merchant?
We see Hlalu.
There we go. I know to some people what I just did would give them a stroke. You will find that I don't care. All right. Wait, where am I supposed to go? The bindery. What the fuck is a bindery?
The mortal returns. I thought I recognized that wrinkle in the fabric of fate.
I hoped Laramil would be with you. We have news. Scroot and I uncovered the most interesting news. The Assembly of Masters learned of Master Shelreni's recent activities and has called for a conclave. They plan to strip her of her rank and expel her from the house. It's complicated. The Assembly of Masters consists of just their mouths. The actual Masters rarely leave their towers, and never to meet with their rivals. A conclave, however, is a different story. The Masters themselves are compelled to attend. Don't you see? When they convene the Masters' conclave, Shelreni must be on hand to contest the charges. So, we know where we can find her and when. At Tel Hulan, the Tower Hall in Old Isra. As a curate, I think I can get us into the conclave by claiming official Necrom business. House Telvanni prefers to stay on our good side, so they rarely ask too many questions of the Keepers of the Dead.
Curate or not, he'll never get into the conclave bearing the mark of a Daedric prince. Not without my help. Underestimate Shelreni at your own peril. And do not think to just walk into a Telvanni stronghold reeking of Hermaeus Mora. Either Shalreni's Daedric allies or the Conclave's own protections will spot you the moment you step across the threshold. Of course. Wasn't I the greatest magister of my time? If not for my desire for solitude, I would have been the Archmagister. Unfortunately, my spectral body isn't good for anything these days. You'll need to serve as my hands for this to work. Return to Telrendis. Around my tower, you'll find the components necessary to assemble a passable Cloak of Omission. Look for dried hoaxwort, a Lamia-scale shoal, and an illusion tincture of my own creation. I'll tell you more when we get there.
Oh boy, that sounded totally not at all like fucking gibberish. Whereabouts am I heading anyway? Okay, so you know what? Instead of leaving here and going the long fucking runabout muck way, let's just go to the Way Shrine. Do this the easy way. Jesus Christ. Hello, Mr. Garish.
I should have made a map. This could prove more difficult than I expected. Curses and corporeal existence. I can see why most ancestors move on instead of haunting their descendants. My mortal memories are much harder to recall than I anticipated. I don't remember where to find those components. Not exactly. Of course not. I buried the components we need in separate caches on the tower grounds. I just can't remember exactly where I put them. No matter. With your assistance, I'm sure we can find the right spots. Use my ghost sight. It will reveal the hiding places. Remember, Telrendis is my place of power, despite Shalreni's attempts to make it her own. Here, I can easily use my magic through you, as long as you're willing. I placed sigils at the spots, but on a different layer of reality. Use my ghost sight, and you should be able to see them. The caches are buried beneath those locations. When you get close to a spot I recognize, I'll tell you to activate my sight.
Oh boy, I love a scavenger hunt.
Should be able to see my sigils through my ghost sight. There, see my sigil? I always liked this layer of reality. Dig here.
Why does everything smell green?
Use my ghost sight here. We can work with this. Head toward my tower, and let's find a workbench to assemble the spell.
He's like, welcome to House Telvanni. We hope you like fucking mushrooms.
We can prepare the cloak of a... Good work. Now place the shawl. Place the components. Almost done. Now sprinkle the tincture. Excellent. Now take the cloak of omission. Go ahead and try it on. The cloak... You look amazing. Barely a hint of a Daedric connection. I should explain the particulars, though. Not a bad bit of work. You follow directions well. And the cloak looks perfectly dashing. Dashing, I say. Now let's head to Old Isra and meet up with Kirit Gidain. She should have gotten you access to the Conclave by now. Did I? I don't recall. But if you're asking about the Cloak of Omission, it could only shield you from so many scrying attempts. Eventually, someone will notice you. But the enchantment should last long enough for us to get our hands on Shelreni. Now that you mention it, yes. Gidain can get you on the access list, but you must play your part. Dunmer laws are labyrinthine, Telvanni especially. You need to invoke the proper statue to avoid suspicion. Just say the following to the sentry at the door. I hereby invoke the 26th statute of the Necrom Agreement, and then demand entry to the Conclave. Can you remember that? Once we get inside, we can meet up with Kirit Gidain. What could Shelreni be thinking? She's obviously counting on the support of 2 Daedric princes. But does she really expect them to magically elevate her to the rank of Magister?
I mean, they may do it just for the fun of it.
In Old Isra, and see if the cloak works. Because you're not a Telvanni. That particular statute relates to the agreement between House Telvanni and the Keepers of the Dead. If you present it with authority, the Sentry will probably grant you access. And tell them what? If you even imply that any Telvanni would require the help of an outsider, you'd insult them at best or get arrested, if not immediately challenged to a duel of spells. Believe me, any of those would be counterproductive. Do you honestly think my people need a legitimate reason? Well, how about impersonating a Necrom official? Or infiltrating a meeting of the Master's Conclave? Not to mention acting in the service of a Daedric prince? We can't risk it.
I mean, fair enough. You know, just imagine walking up to any ordinary group of people or long-standing group of people and being like, "Hi, how you doing? Current servant of Hermaeus Mora, how you doing?" I'm pretty sure that would raise a few eyebrows.
Telhulen, the Tower of Halls, home to the Assembly of Masters. Remember to invoke the statute when you demand entry, and put on the cloak.
Know that, Drew? As Master Shalreni's mouth, you are prohibited from entering the Conclave.
But I must warn the masters.
Don't worry. Your treacherous master will be dealt with soon enough.
Meow.
You must warn the other masters. I can no longer stand by and do nothing while Master Shelreni continues along. You probably shouldn't, but that doesn't mean I'm lying. I admired Shelreni for her skill and power. Thought she would help me rise in the ranks. But her ambition and contempt for her fellow Telvanni will doom us all. Master Shelreni made a deal with not one, but 2 Daedric princes. She plans to use their help to eliminate all who oppose her so she can become Archmagister. The masters won't listen to me. They don't understand the danger. I'm not sure. Master Shelreni stopped confiding in me. But I know how she thinks. She has no respect for the Masters or this Conclave. When they move to reprimand her, she's going to show them just how powerful she's become. It will be a bloodbath.
Wait a minute, I know she's, I think, she's trying to invoke Vermina, but I don't know what the other one is. I think I've forgotten. Are you aware you are clipping into the floor, ma'am?
The Master's Conclave is in session. All other business is on hold. Come back. Necrom, Let me see. Ah, yes. You're listed as Curate Godaine's attending clerk. Very good. You may go inside. I expect you'll find the curate in the assembly antechamber, as the attending magister declared the conclave for masters only.
Well, she didn't seem like too much of a bitch.
There's Curate Godane.
Really, I must...
I insist, Curate. You do realize I wield considerable influence as Master Norvora's mouth.
Of course, but...
I could do much.
Have a drink and relax.
Now tell me, what do you think of my book?
That's Master Norvora's mouth. We need to extract Godane this instant.
The curate and I are busy, outsider. I am eager to hear what he thinks of my book, Ancestors of a Humble Mouth. It's a work in progress, but at least 2 booksellers have expressed interest. Come back later. How strange. As no one but masters are allowed inside, Master Norvora explicitly told me to wait out here until after the conclave concluded its business. How rude! The Old Isra Committee of Social Decorum will hear about this insult. Of that, you can be sure.
It's like, fuck off.
Thank you, my friend. Follow me. I know a place where we can talk privately.
Godane also seems like an alright guy. Then again, he's also, you know, working with me and
We can speak freely.
Hermamora. Don't mind me. Okay, there's literally nothing else of worth in here.
You arrived not a moment too soon, my friend. Before they decided to seal the hall, and I was trapped in that dreadful conversation with Mouth Elar, I found what we needed. Master Shelreni is here, and being held under guard until the conclave begins. Ah, and now we come to the problem. Magister Gothrin arrived from Sadrith Mora to oversee the Master's Conclave. He immediately expelled all but the Telvanni Masters and placed a ward on the door. There's no way to get into the assembly hall. Sadly, disabling a ward placed by a Magister is beyond my capabilities. If you have any ideas, please share them. Otherwise, I fear the Masters are on their own in there.
A Magister? To counter Magister magic, eh? Good idea. Let's go disable the ward. A ward needs anchors. Use my ghost sight to spot them. One on either side of a door. I'll lend you my power to disable them.
She will.
The healers recommended she stay in bed, but she insisted we attend the conclave.
Magister Gothrin is good,
you know.
but I'm better.
As much
Let's
as
enter
our
the
masters
assembly hall.
despise public appearances,
Okay, what are you My new name is gonna be Eric? Why Eric?
This is a closed session. What is the meaning of this intrusion?
Now, Gothrin, surely such restrictions don't apply to a Magister and his proxy.
Meln the Mouthless, a spirit. No matter. I will not tolerate your antics.
My name ain't Eric.
Our statutes precludes a dead Magister from participating in a conclave. Now, hear what my proxy has to say.
He changed my name. He went through the paperwork. He legally changed my name.
You stand on shaky ground, mouth for the mouthless. What's so important that
Eric Hobknocker.
This closed session of the Master's Conclave? And Magister Meln thought us so ineffective that he had to swoop in and save the day? How presumptuous of him. Do you really think one rogue master is a match for this assembly? So I heard. Hence the reason I decided to leave my comfortable tower and come all this way to personally take charge of this conclave. The masters will hear the charges, question the subject, and render swift judgment. Is that why you're here? To add another charge to Shel Rennie's list of crimes? Then so noted. Perhaps that's why she turned herself over without any fuss or bother, so that she can plead for mercy. Perhaps I'll be lenient. Perhaps. Enough of this nonsense. I listened to the concerns of your Magister and heard his allegation. Now we are finished. Meln may stay if he wishes. That is his right. But you and the curate should go and leave us to our work.
You see, that's the kind of dick fuckery I expect from a goddamn Dunmer.
Over here.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
I forgot how boring my so-called peers can be. Pity Shel Rennie didn't eliminate a few more of my rivals before we noticed. But your master, Meln, I have fond memories of his many antics. That's why I wanted a word with you. Your master has delayed these proceedings long enough. Master Shel Rennie reached above her station and must be dealt with. Anything that postpones that and increases the time I must spend in the company of my so-called peers will not be tolerated. Murder, you say? That is serious. I suppose anything can be expected from a master who makes pacts with Daedra. We really need to strip her of her rank and exile her. Well, if you must see her, she's being held in a meeting room down the East Hall.
I don't understand this necessity for debate. If it were up to me, we'd get right to the vote. Nothing anyone has to say will change my mind about Shel Rennie. Now then, is Magister Meln really dead? Meln may have confused Magister Gothrin, but there's no provision for a dead Telvanni participating in a conclave. It's just not done. Is that a threat? Master Morena led Shel Rennie through the East Door for making similar pronouncements only a few moments ago. If that can happen to a master, imagine what's in store for a lowly mouth like you.
I swear to God, some of these motherfuckers are just begging to be eliminated. I know how Dunmurray politics work. I could easily just murder them and it would be justified.
This must be where they're holding her.
Shel Rennie's gone, but what's that tipped over bottle over there? That's pure essence of dream. Let me cast a spell to see what happened here.
What was that? Just a little gift from the Prince of Dreams. Soon, you will do exactly as I say.
You won't get away with this.
I already have. And with your help, I'll get away with so much more. Now let's go attend the conclave. My ascension requires participants, willing or otherwise.
We must get to the conclave. It's held in the Master's private hall to the north.
Something's going on to the north. I think the conclave is starting.
And a bloodbath is probably about to happen. Whoa, shit.
Master Shel Rennie, you stand accused of conspiring against your fellow Telvanni, murdering Meln the Mouthless, and consorting with Daedric princes. How do you plead?
A Telvanni doesn't plead. But I will kill you all before I take my sacrifice and blood.
Help me, Magister.
Shelreni, cease your actions this instant.
Use my ghost sight to disable the wards and get down there.
Let me guess, I'm gonna get there just in time for her to disappear.
You again? If these fools can't stop me, what hope do you have?
You bastard!
Come on, get up! I'm not ready to die a second time.
You're finally awake. Thank the ancestors. I thought Shelreni killed you.
Oh, God.
Talk, Mouth of Melon.
Here, playing any Elder Scrolls game after Skyrim, you hear that with those words. Oh, you're finally awake. Actually, come to think of it, both Elder Scrolls 3 and fucking 5 both open pretty much the same way. In the case of Morrowind, you're on a slave ship or a prison ship, whichever. And the fucking Dunmer who's on the ship with you, he's like, hey, wake up. Wake up. You're having a nightmare.
The mouth of the mouthless. I suppose you want me to say that you and Meln were right. That I should have taken Shelreni's threat more seriously.
I do, you bitch.
Let's pretend I said that and move on to what needs to happen next.
I'm gonna kick you in your nuts. Like, straight in the nuts. I may be an Arcanist, but I will kick you in the fucking gonads.
Yes, quite a display. She used the Conclave to formally announce her intentions. Her spell would have killed everyone, and positioned her to challenge the Archmagister for rulership of the house. Luckily, I was on hand to save the local masters. Shelreni may be a powerful master, but I am a Magister of the Telvanni Council. It was a simple matter to deflect her attack while the Conclave dispersed. Then, I stabilized the portal she fled through, assuming you would want to follow her. Really now, who do you think Meln consulted when he first invented his Cloak of Omission? I see the mark of Mora upon you. House Telvanni wants no part in the machinations of Daedric princes. Just make sure to kill Shelreni when you find her. Master Morena revealed her inadequacies when she allowed herself to be captured. The other masters survived. In both cases, House Telvanni won. If you plan to chase Shelreni, I suggest you leave now. I'm not going to hold that portal open forever. In all honesty, no. In case you haven't noticed, we of House Telvanni are a superior lot. Sentiment and mercy rarely factor into our actions. Now, step lively. That portal will close as soon as my attention wavers. Ooh, and I feel a yawn coming on.
Better watch your balls, buddy. 'Cause I'll be coming back for them.
This ancient ruin. Those markings. This place is dedicated to Vermina.
You don't Vermine it, do you?
This place. I think we visited the memory of it in the Eye of Mora.
Well, tell me more about it.
This chamber appears promising. We should look around. Anything relevant in those papers? Was there anything in those papers about Master Shelreni or where we might find her? She writes about how Torvasad came to her, indoctrinated her into Vermina's service, how he was consumed with restoring something that was either stolen or lost, and how he insisted they find this ancient shrine. Interesting. So they sent the malachite mined from the Alavelis quarry here. And she discusses how the hidden kindred were formed to provide the workers needed to accomplish the restoration. Somehow, rebuilding a Vermina statue is the key to Torvasad's goal. This must be where that original memory took place. Where Vermina and Periite think Hermaeus Mora wronged them and stole whatever it is they now seek. Let's keep going. That restored statue and Master Shelreni must be somewhere in this old ruin.
We must find Shelreni and stop her from completing this rite.
Okay, so it's Vermina and Periite.
There's Shelreni and Master Morena. We need to free her.
My black book! Looks like Shelreni got past my safeguards.
Using the restored memory to open a path to apocalypse. All we need now is for Shelreni to finish the rite and perform the sacrifice.
Shelreni's using the restored statue as a focus for her rite.
Away, agents of fate! This vessel will help me restore what was taken from us all!
Move it!
No! Now, complete the sacrifice so I may inhabit the vessel.
Enter the focus point.
What focus point?
Apply my ghost sight to attack with precision.
Let's hear it.
Now, friend, free Morena from the binding.
The hectic is unstable! Save yourselves! No!
Close my black book and take it. That should end the rite.
Give me that.
Taking the black book won't stop us, and one of you will serve just as well as a sacrifice.
No need to involve outsiders, Shelreni. Prince Vermina accepts your sacrifice and deems you a worthy vassal.
I regret the bloodshed, but soon Mor's injustice will be undone.
With this vessel, I can enter Apocrypha and strike at Mora's heart. With me, my faithful!
We have to warn Apocrypha. Let's return to the Necron Bindery and find Laramil.
Hold still, and I'll open a portal back to Necron.
Oh, it's all goopy. Don't like the fact that my portal has eyes.
Neither Scroot nor I can feel Hermaeus Mora's presence. We both find this unsettling. Good, you are here. Both Scroot and I felt a sudden disturbance in the tides of fate. Something terrible has happened in Apocrypha, and Scroot and I no longer feel the presence of the one who knows. Another significant event in the annals of fate, and I missed it. But Master Shelreni is dead. And Vermina did what? Start from the beginning, Proxy. What happened at the Master's Conclave?
Bad shit.
So that was Shelreni's plan. Use whatever power the princess provided to eliminate her rivals and move up in rank. I am glad she failed. But what happened after that? And Blightcrown decided to complete the rite anyway by sacrificing Shelreni instead. Ruthless, but in keeping with a follower of Periite. And you say this allowed Vermina to possess Shelreni's corpse? What happened next, Proxy? They cannot. Not usually. Hence all the trouble that Torvasad and his allies went through to reach this point. At least you saved the Telvanni Masters and recovered Meln's Black Book. Well done. While I ponder next steps, take this. You earned it. Both Scroot and I felt the tides of fate churn and boil. Worse, neither of us has been able to commune with Hermaeus Mora since the Black Book's rite was completed at Vermina's shrine. And you say you saw Shalreni's body walk into Apocrypha, giving Vermina access to Apocrypha and a host to work through. They must know where to find the memory they seek, or they have a good idea where to look. Apocrypha is infinite. Without fate to guide us, we are lost in the dark without a candle. Blightcrown and Torvasard have ways to avoid detection. Only one viable option presents itself. We must ask Master Shalreni where Vermina has taken her body. Will you see this through, Proxy, before the disaster Mora foresaw comes to pass?
Yeah, I mean, anything to prevent fucking all of reality from unraveling.
Fortunately, we have two conduits to spirits not yet bound for Aetherius at our disposal. Magister Meln and Curate Gadain. Speak to Meln first. He obviously knows what happens when a Telvanni mage dies. Aetherius is the immortal plane. When a person dies, their spirit moves on to that realm unless something prevents that from happening. A violent death, perhaps, or because the spirit still has tasks left undone. Shalreni fits both categories. What Hermaeus Mora foresaw was always about an assault on Apocrypha. Vermina and her allies want to recover the memory that was stolen from them. But the way she's going about it will doom us all. We need to determine her destination and stop her. You know how you can feel the warmth and know the sun is above you, even if you never look up. That is what Scroot experiences every day in the service of her master, and what I sense when I commune with the one who knows. Now, it just feels empty. Perhaps. We know Blightcrown used a corrupting combination of pestilence and dream to avoid detection in the Panopticon, and he was trying to increase its potency. Maybe the rite did more than open a path. Maybe it cut Mora off from his own realm.
Laramil's idea is a good one. Master Shalreni has the answer we seek, and I know how to reach her. No Telvanni master worth their weight in Quama cattle would relinquish their hold on this plane without a fight. I have no doubt we can contact Master Shalreni's spirit. Whether we can get her to cooperate, well, that's an entirely different matter. As the curate can tell you, Necrom forbids summoning the dead. But there's no regulation against the dead choosing to speak to you. We don't have to summon Shalreni's spirit. We can go to her and simply request an audience. Same place you found me. In her tower, of course. We must go to Tel Barrow and search her sanctum. If her spirit lingers, she'll haunt there. Though, and better take Gadain with us. If she's become a vengeful spirit, his expertise might be required.
Meln, we can't just summon the dead whenever we please. It's forbidden.
Yes. Summoning is an affront to your order. But if the spirit is already there...
If I help you, I could jeopardize my standing.
We would not ask this of you if the situation was not dire.
Of course I'll help, Laramil.
I'll return to Apocrypha. See if I can find Vermina while you chase spirits. Not like I've got anything better to do.
Good luck at Tel Barrow, my friends.
I hope nothing bad happens to Scroot.
Dealing with displaced spirits is very much frowned upon by the Keepers of the Dead. I'll help, because the stakes are great, but it goes against every iota of my training. That's an aspect of our beliefs, but not the primary component. And it's different when you visit the catacombs and a spirit appears before you. I suppose if Shalreni decides to speak to us, that shouldn't violate the Codex too badly. Indeed, the recently departed are often confused, and that confusion can turn violent. I much prefer to deal with the spirits of our ancient ancestors. They may be cantankerous, but they've had enough time to reconcile to their undead existence.
Oh boy. Okay, so I've got to go to the Great Armway Shrine. What animations does this little derpy fella have? Oh, what? Now you're not gonna do anything because you're being watched? All right. I am not in the mood to deal with the cliff striders.
Where's the keeper? He should have been here by now.
The tower's locked tight. We need another way inside.
Chest.
Telvanni towers always have more than a single ingress and egress. Look around.
Laramil's amulet can protect us. The main entrance was dead. Get closer to me, friend.
But why?
Over there. Just let me... There. Easy enough for a Magister to remove a Master's ward. Let's go inside. Shalreni's private study. Her presence is strong here. My ghost sight allows you to see it. Move closer, and I'll try to get her to manifest fully.
Careful, my friend.
Light Crown! He killed me. I'll destroy them all!
Such rage and suffering. Let me try to calm her.
Have you come to gloat? To see how far the mighty Shalreni has fallen? I would have led House Telvanni to new heights. Instead, I lost everything. All my work unfinished. My legacy in ruins. This is your fault, outsider. You and those duplicitous Daedric princes! Now, why in the name of my despicable ancestors would I even consider such a notion? You're my enemy! I'm content to sit back and watch as Vermina and Periite steal back whatever they think Hermaeus Mora took from them. You know nothing of the Telvanni, outsider, or of me. But I will admit that I hate it when a greater power reneges on a mutually advantageous agreement. Frankly, my role in all this was more difficult than what I requested of the princes. I decrypted Meln's Black Book, perfected Blight Crown's subterfuge concoction, and performed the rite that gave Vermina access to Apocrypha. And all for a simple favor. Eliminate my competition, and elevate me to the rank of Archmagister. I see what you did there. Clever. I suppose I've been taken off the board. A bit of revenge on my part is probably called for. The path to the memory Vermina seeks lies through the infinite panopticon. Torvasad will lead her there. It started with Torvasad and his dream of something lost long ago. He needed someone to acquire Meln's Black Book and perform the rite. In return, he would help me achieve my dream of becoming Archmagister, as long as I pledged myself to Vermina. Torvasad behaves like a broker, bringing disparate parties together for mutual benefit. In truth, I now believe this is all about Torvasad. He has his own agenda. Anyway, he convinced the princes to set aside their differences and work together. Truth be told, I never much cared. All I wanted was to do what was asked of me and get my reward. Instead, I got a dagger in the back from that disgusting Blight Crown. They believe Hermaeus Mora stole something from them. From all of us, really. It involves Torvasad's dream. He had vague visions of a Vermina shrine, believed it was important. So he asked Vermina to help him recall the entire dream. When she failed, he expanded his list of allies. That's where the hidden kindred came in. Look, maybe Mora stole Torvasad's favorite sweet roll recipe. I wouldn't put it past the Prince of Fate. He collects knowledge like House Lalu hoards gold. All I know is Vermina and Periite want the memory back, but Torvasad wants it more. Silent, you say? Then my enhanced subterfuge concoction worked. I told Blightcrown I could do it. I took Blightcrown's mix of disease and dream, and with a few adjustments to the right, enhanced its ability to hide them 1,000-fold. If Mora has gone silent, it means it affected him too. Cut him off from his own realm. Am I a genius or what? Oh, fear not. You can't separate a Daedric prince from their realm for very long. Should last just long enough for Vermina to get whatever she's after. Of course, Who can say what will happen when a realm and its prince are sundered even briefly?
I can't absolve you of your transgression, Spirit, but I can grant you peace.
Eternal disappointment, more likely.
Let's return to Necrom and tell Laramil what we learned.
Oh boy. Wait, I own that? Don't remember obtaining that. Huh. I can honest to God say I do not recall how I came upon this. Okay, you know what? I need to honestly check something. Like let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. Fingers. So it is a large classic house. And it was the reward for players who helped complete the Secrets of the Telvanni event. So that makes 2 large houses I have now.
Oh, over here! Help me tame this Aelith.
and all of the sound just disappeared. Did I just get disconnected? And yep. The game fucking crashed. Give me a moment. So basically prior to Necrom's launch, they had an event which was the secrets of the Telvanni. Or maybe it was like shortly after the launch of Necrom, but it was basically like one of those community-driven events where effectively it was up to the players to fill a gauge from 0 to 100. And players who helped fill that gauge got a free large house. Oh, fuck you.
Who's next?
Let's see, I need to get to a way shrine. To the bindery.
Calm yourself, Scroot. I am sure Apocrypha is not as bad as you say. Ah, Roxy. Tell me what happened at Tel Barrow. Scroot returned from Apocrypha with disheartening news, while my efforts at research have been marginally effective at best. Tell me you have something better to report, Proxy. The infinite panopticon. First they sought a memory to alter. Now they seek what? Another memory? And can they even find the entrance again? Well, we have a destination. Now all we need is a plan. What research I was able to accomplish tells me that Vermina will be a formidable opponent. But in order to enter Apocrypha without Mora's consent, she requires an anchor and a shield. In this case, Master Shalreni's body. That will be her undoing. Shalreni's body is mortal. If we destroy it, I do not believe that even Blightcrown's concoction will hide Vermina from the one who knows. Of course, there is also the matter of Apocrypha gone amok. But one problem at a time, I think. Hidane, This will be dangerous. I would feel better if you remain here, out of harm's way.
I swore to retrieve the relic, and I can't stand the thought of you facing this danger without me. All of you, really.
Vomitus.
Oh, Scroot, don't you change. Let's see, where the fuck am I? Oh. Now we're off to the Infinite Panopticon.
As I feared, the entrance to the Infinite Panopticon has moved.
As is its nature. Which means we have failed and reality is doomed.
I refuse this outcome. Fate, bend to my will.
Laramel, be careful.
There is no time. The Panopticon must be here. I command you.
Laramel, you did it. The Panopticon is open.
Not gonna lie, that's kind of an impressive feat.
Oh no. Vermina. Her presence is destroying the Panopticon.
Laramel, look at yourself. You're in no shape to continue.
Nonsense. No. You are right. Proxy, you must deal with Vermina. Gadain will help me return to Cypher's Midden.
You can't face Vermina alone. I don't believe you. I think Vermina's presence has somehow intensified right now. Here, mortal.
This is more than just the presence of a rival dangerous prince. Something else is happening here.
I don't understand it either, but like it or not, we're the only thing standing between Vermina and the utter collapse of reality. So let's get moving. We need to find a Daedric prince wearing a mortal meat suit while we still can. Footfalls are beckoning from below. We need to go down. I am a vessel of the Great Eye. Call on me. Debris. They must have gone that way. Satisfying snack.
Remember, Vermina's not alone. Blightcrown and Torvisard are with her.
spreading Blightcrown's corruption.
Gross.
Looks like Vermina brought an army.
Mortal, let me aid you. Feel the power of fate! Portal. Vermina passed through it, mortal.
Looks like we're going through then.
This place feels ancient. Like no one's been here in an eternity.
Of right and concoction worked splendidly. We are hidden, and Mora suffers.
I see the Eye of Mora above us. That's where we need to go, mortal.
Find Mora. I have a final gift to deliver to the very core of Apocalypse.
Get him.
Blightcrown. Here, mortal. Let Apocrypha cement your foe.
Ignore Blightcrown. We need to reach Vermina and destroy Shalreni's body.
Satisfying smell.
Let me aid you. Isn't that amazing?
Hey, 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 hey. More of you assholes.
This one's mine.
Through there, mortal. Hurry! Dispatch them, mortal. Let a popper for smite your foe. Amazing? Mortal, we need to talk. Blightcrown's a threat, but Vermina's a prince. We should follow Vermina and Torvasard into the Eye of Mora. I have no clue which memory of Hermaeus Mora this particular eye contains, but we should go in and do what we came here to do. Find Vermina and destroy Master Shelreni's body. Without the protection it provides, Mora should be able to pinpoint her. You're right, I don't hear the Great Eye. I think that is something to do with Vermina's presence, Blightcrown's corruption, and the rite they completed to enter the realm. It's just a guess, but if we solve one problem, it should help.
I have to take my sleep meds so I can actually get to sleep properly on time. And maybe if I'm lucky, I might wake up early enough to both A, get my paycheck or get my direct deposit taken care of, and B, have enough time to pick up some discounted crowns before I have to go into work.
Now, mortal, step into the Eye of Mora.
Oh, God, it tastes purple in here.
What happened to this memory? It looks more like a dream. Or a nightmare.
Another Daedric Prince memory? You take me to the nicest places.
This has to be Vermina's fault. Stupid Prince of
I sense a flaw. Use my ghost sight to reveal it.
Listen carefully, mortal. Vermina's power is limited here. This isn't her realm. It's only due to the necromancy they used on Shelreni's body that she made it this far. She's placed a dream around us, but the true memory is still here. Vermina hasn't been in here very long. She didn't have time to craft a perfect dreamscape to hide within. Look for flaws in the illusion, the cracks in the facade. We're inside one of the Great Eye's secret memories. That's just an echo of him, part of the memory. Like I said, Vermina's overlay of dream stuff isn't perfect, and we can take advantage of that. Let's see if we can spot any flaws we can exploit. Good idea. If you can find the weak points, I can break them open and expose the true memory beneath. Of course, knowing what the Great Eye values, that will probably drive us insane. Took me centuries to recover the last time that happened.
Once again, Melon to the rescue. When you get close to a flaw, use my ghost sight to spot it.
I've done the unthinkable. Now, I must make sure it cannot be undone.
That was part of the true memory. Find me more flaws to break model.
Skill issue.
I shall divide the only remaining memory of the event, my memory, and hide it in 3 glyphics.
This must be the memory of when Hermaeus Mora hid the secret the enemy seeks.
Secured inside the glyphic of hidden paths. Locked within the glyphic of lost memories. With regret, the memory of what I had to do, sealed inside the glyphic of shattered reflections. Who dares invade my private memories?
We got what we came here for, Torvasad. This way!
How dare Vermina enter my realm? Find her! Protect the three glyphics. Go and enter the mythos.
There's a safe way to get down there. Damn it. Fucking bullshit. Fucking dick cheese.
Should keep you on your toes a while.
This is the mythos deep beneath the Icor Sea. Another memory and more of the same. Mythos is a forbidden...
Oh, God.
This is the core of Apocrypha. Remember how Torvasad altered a memory and changed the past? The damage they can cause here is enormous.
Stay ready. Never know what else might be headed our way.
I'm a vessel of the great eye. Call on me. Mortal, let me aid you. Satisfying smack. Here, mortal. Let a purpose with smite your tongue. We need to hurry, mortal. Feel the power of faith.
These locks are powerful.
I am a vessel of the great eye. Call on me. Destroy that light. Wasn't that amazing? Satisfying smack.
Shut up. You died how many times?
We must slip away while we can, Torvasad.
The Dreamweaver flees. But what of the Glyphic Vault? Will pay for the damage she has wrought on my realm. And hear my words. I shook off the worst effects of Vermina's corrupting presence, but not soon enough. The intruders have fled. But the vault of the Glyphic! You must determine if the secret remains secure. Not just any Glyphic. One of 3 primordial Glyphics that in total contain the entirety of the memory I made everyone forget. A memory that, if restored, will destroy reality. Enter the vault. Check on the Glyphic. That which I cannot see. The corruption coursing through Apocrypha continues to weaken me. I must do everything I can to maintain a connection to my realm. Enter and examine the Glyphic. I give you permission to gaze upon this portion of the memory. It cannot be avoided. Fate's chosen must make sure the Glyphic is secure and the memory intact. We shall talk again when you are done. Examine the Glyphic of hidden paths. It will reveal its portion of the secret to you. Regrettably, there is no other way to determine if the Glyphic remains intact. But fate will survive a slight fraying of its fabric. Examine the Glyphic and see how this all began, Chosen.
Why have you called us all together, Prince of Fate?
We must deal with this problem, Dreamweaver. I have seen what happens if we do nothing. Already the threads of fate unravel. They have no regard for the chaos they can cause.
Ah, that's it! What I needed to spark my memory. I will restore the rest. Lord of Secrets, I will restore it all.
Torvasad, if one of the unseen could evade my sight here. Chosen, we must speak. My power remains diminished due to the toxins Periite's followers polluted Apocrypha with. But you helped me break free of the worst of the miasma. You saw the contents of the Glyphic of hidden paths, as did Torvasad. I did not expect that. Not yet. One thread in the tapestry snapped, but 2 more remain. If you can keep my enemies from unsealing the final 2 Glyphics, there is still a chance to preserve Apocrypha and the rest. You saw how this began. The great omission. Just something from very long ago. Something I did not expect to encounter ever again. It is not important. Not yet. Do as you have done. Follow your heart. Return to Laramil. Consult with her to leave this memory mortal. Take the portal and return to your allies in Cypher's Midden.
have recovered, Proxy. Now tell me, what occurred after part of the memory has been remembered? But reality has not unraveled, so we must still have time to make this right. Secret and forbidden knowledge. Something so terrible you did. I am unsure how I feel about that. I want to ask you 1,000 questions. An opportunity. What start? We know it is a... No.
I'll go with you. It's not like I have anywhere else to be.
Okay, it's about time I called it here. Because I've got to sleep. Give myself time to wind down, lie down. And I figured out what that loud fucking noise I'm hearing outside is. I think there's a thunderstorm rolling in. Which seems only slightly peculiar for this time of year. It's like I think we're all in a strange way.
Why has the realm turned against us?
Apocrypha reels in pain, and I feel it too.
I don't sense the Great Eye's gaze. Has Hermaeus Mora abandoned us?
Yeah, I'm gonna end stream here. Thank everybody for coming. Thank everybody for sticking around. I'll be back on Thursday. I'm gonna go get some sleep.